everybody. I thought that today I might show you my homemade junk journal because I think that this is a craft that people would really love. It's beautiful to look at, but also very fun to make because you can be extremely creative and use up a lot of materials that you wouldn't maybe otherwise use for anything else. So let me just dive in and start kind of talking about how this was made. The book itself, the binding, was made from just cereal box covers as the hard part of the book on the inside, and then for the outside I wanted it to look kind of leathery. And so what I did is I took a piece of paper and I crumpled it up, and I'll show you an example. So this is just a piece of cardstock paper that was crumpled up, and then of course you get all these beautiful kind of bumps. And then on the other side I have here, I've put some just Elmer's glue or some Mod Podge, whatever you really have, and that will give it kind of that kind of crumply feeling that leather has, that kind of toughness. And then I did a lot of work on the outside, or the faux finish, with just different paints. I think mostly just like really watered down acrylics. There might even be some, like I might have done a little bit of work with some charcoal pencils or something. But at any rate, it turned out really cool. I really like the way it looked. This paper, actually, this isn't cardstock. That was from a paper bag. So just a regular old grocery bag. And that's how I kind of started with that base brown color. So you might be able to see it too. I'm not sure if you can on the video here, but I did stitching along the outside, and that just gives it kind of a nice finished look. And I really, until I saw it on a video, I didn't even know that you could sew paper and cardboard and all of that. And apparently you can, and I love it. So for the outside piece here, you can see there's paper, there's some fabric in here. I just had a little remnant of a flower from a piece of fabric. I have a lot of pictures on here, and these mostly I try to find pictures from books that are in the public domain, or I might have books or catalogs or just junk mail that has flowers or whatever interesting thing there might be, and cut those out, and then those are just pasted on here. And then I think there's a little bit of sewing in here as well. So that's the cover. This is put together with just a basic pamphlet stitch, and you can easily find tutorials on how to do pamphlet stitches. And there are 3 signatures. And if you're not sure what a signature is, it's essentially you take your paper that you're going to use, and it's just like a stack of paper and fold it in half there, and that is my signature. And I have 3 of these stacked together, and so you can kind of see the breakdown of the book there. 1, 2, 3. And so I have 3 pamphlet stitches in there to hold everything together. For the closure, I just used a long piece of string, and I think I probably used some dye or something to take the white out of that and make it a little rustic looking. Some beads, and then this is just a leaf I made out of clay, and then hardened in the oven so that it would be very stiff, and then painted, and then a bead on there, and then a little grommet. So I mean, that's what I mean about these junk journals. They're so fun because things that you have, you can try to figure out how to incorporate them, or you have to try to think of creative ways to make things work. Like I had no idea I was going to come up with that, but I'm hoping this video will give you some ideas too on things you might be able to do. The inside cover, this is a piece of fabric that I had that I love, and then as well as this one. And again, these are fabrics that I have, but I don't have that much of, and so I can't really do a lot with it. But I can use it here, so that's really neat. The paper all throughout, this is just regular like copy paper. There's some lined paper here too. I mean, all types of papers, and I just tea dyed them. So put them in water that had tea bags sitting in it for a while so that it was dark, and then sat these in it. And then, some of these had some things laying on top, like they had different sheets covering them. And then you just, after they're soaking for a while, you take them out, you sit them on a piece of, plastic or something and let them dry. And then they turn into these beautiful sheets of paper. And you can use all sorts of papers for this, actually. And this is a 3x5 card, I like different sizes, or some yellow paper. And then I even had some sheets though with printed pictures on them, and got those dyed. And so, yeah, and they just look so pretty and neat. And I love the crinkly sound that they make after they're dyed like that. And yeah. So anyway, kind of back to the creative side of things. You can do things like this. This was just a piece from, I don't know, it was in something, and I just tore up some paper and pasted that together, and then added, used something to kind of get that outline on it, a piece of chalk or something. And then, and that's just a little pocket here. It's so cute. And this is a 3x5 card. This is washi tape that I had. I don't know what else to do with my washi tape. So I'm sure people have lots of great ideas. I have some stickers that are super cute that are all different plant stickers. I can put those in there. And then things like this, I added details. I created a stencil. I just drew some different leaf shapes and then cut them out with an X-Acto blade. And then throughout here, I just used these different leaf stencils to create leaf effects throughout the entire thing. And then, of course, like, the fancy scissors that you might have from doing paper, crafts. Yeah, just so many cool things. There's so many pieces of art that I have too that I've done over the years. Like, this is just a leaf print that I did probably, God, 15 years ago, that are just like sitting in a drawer with a lot of different artworks. And I just, took a bunch of those out and I cut them up and I was able to paste them in here. And now they're part of this beautiful book. And that I need to keep adding to. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it, but yeah, so it's really cool. Like, lots of little pockets in here, places to put things. This is just a page from a book that was falling apart about a garden, and so I wanted to use those pages. So I sewed around the edges again. Piece of 3x5 card, drew some flowers on it. This is just a sticker. And a lot of the stickers, they were kind of shiny, and it kind of takes away from the look of the book a little bit. So what I did is, in some cases it's better than others, but took some watered down like tempera paint that I got at the dollar store, and kind of put a little put a little bit of that on there so it would take the shine down a little bit. Some cases it worked better than others. See if there's anything else in here that I want to point out. So this is just a paper bag. This is the top of the paper bag, and then I have one for the piece for the bottom of the paper bag. But anyway, so this is just, you can pull it out, you could write on it, you could add something to it. It's just kind of cute. I think this little guy was in there. I love these little tags, they're so cute. And then I just took out, I cut out a little piece of paper there so you can write on it if you wanted to. And this, I mean, this whole idea of all these different page sizes I got from one of the junk journal videos that I watched, where I like having all these little doodads in here. A little tiny pocket with a little guy in there. And then like this, it's so fun to have these things you can just play with. And so this is an orchid that I dried, and a ripped piece of paper. A little picture in there, and stuck some more of those little stickers in there. But yeah, so just a little fun activity kind of book. And then if I do end up adding some things to this, I'm thinking for this book, because it's so flower oriented, I might end up adding some more flowers, like dried flowers, pasting them in here as I get them. And then I could put some things in there, little seeds even, I don't know. Yeah, so that's a 3x5 card. I think if there's anything else that I really want to show you. Just little techniques. I mean, this is just a piece of, you know, something I made just to kind of test out paint things. And, you know, you just have a lot of those little things sitting around sometimes when you're a crafter. This is just a, you know, when you were a kid and you cut out snowflakes, that's basically all that is. And it's just dyed with some tempera paint. And then this is kind of cool because then it can like hold, you know, if you wanted to put something in here and kind of hold it, add a little paper clip there or something. So just a little thing to hold something. One of my, yeah, so it's just so fun. This is another template that I did. And actually, this one I used my Silhouette machine to like just get this pattern. So, but a lot of times we have things just sitting around that have patterns that can be used. Like this came from something, and you know, you can just use that as a template to add some dimension and a little bit of interest. This is just a 3x5 card that's been cut out on the sides with some fancy scissors and then painted brown and then a dry brush through it to make it look like wood. Pictures off the internet on books. There's a lot of books out there that are in the public domain that can get a whole new life with things like this. There was one more thing for sure I wanted to show you here. These are so cute. I just love these pages. So this, again, a picture from a book. This like envelopes are so cute. It's just so fun to make them. Just essentially you can get patterns on the internet or you can make your own pattern. And I was just trying out some different sizes. And I thought how cute it would be to just like put a little note in one of the really small ones and just kind of layer them in with different little surprises inside. So I have a lot to add to this, obviously, but eventually little things that you can just print out. Just so many cool things. So much to do. So yeah. Anyway, that kind of hopefully gives you an idea of some of the things that you can do in these junk journals. And again, the sky's the limit. Just, you know, pick a theme or don't pick a theme. Just, you know, let your creativity go wild and just start adding things. You know, build the book first and foremost. That's really fun to do. It's super easy. Little beads, just a little, what do you call that? Lino cut that I did a long time ago. Yeah. So, yeah. There's just, I could go on and on and on. This is a metal leaf class that I took, photography class, and it was super fun. Someday maybe I'll post a video about that. But gosh, like I say, I could spend hours on this, but I did want to just share because I think it is something to definitely look into. Junk journaling. So fun. So many crafty, amazing, beautiful, fun, did I say fun enough? Things that you could do. Yeah. So there you go. I hope that you make your own and post a video. Thanks.